No, I'll bring you in. I'll bring you in.
No, hurry about the babe.
Oh, you can.
There you go. Well, we're in space, dude.
Space.
I'm just giving you some effects.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Space Couch. We're gonna do a little bit of space, space. What do you call it? Space troubleshooting, just to make sure we're going live and all that. Oh, hey, look, we got Facebook working. We ran into like a meteor shower, and some cosmic radiation was bouncing all over the place. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us. It's Convergence weekend here in Boston. I've been having a great time. I want to take this time to once again plug the Space Couch pillow, available at Zazzle.com/Gotsicles. And I keep forgetting to say my catchphrase, so call the ships to Davenport. Oh, we have Dan from Vein Collector in the chat room already. Space Couchketeers. I know I said I'd never say that again, but here we go. Well, I am laughing because Christian Carver from Mannequin has just commented in the chat room. But we had our space crew working really hard on the teleporter, and Ray's here. What's up? You having a good convergence, man? So I don't know if it's gonna work. They may come in with like a head in an armpit or like a leg coming out of their ear. We've all seen that movie. But you guys ready? Okay, fingers crossed. Ladies and gentlemen, fires! Come on in. Teleporter!
How did this work? I'm amazed. Wait, where am I?
Have a seat. Have a seat.
It's so
it worked! It worked! Oh, come on in. And ladies and gentlemen, our first repeat guest. Oh, fantastic!
You did it.
I did it.
Oh,
welcome.
I made
You
it
don't
all.
have an arm sticking out of your butt.
I don't.
Well, nobody's perfect, but like it's
right now.
Heyo, it's a Convergence weekend. But I could not thank you guys enough for coming all the way up here into the vastness of space, hurtling around through the cosmos.
It's so spacey.
It's so spacey.
Hurtling around.
It's space.
It's space. Like,
we do space.
I know you guys are used to fires, and now you have like these sun flares and gas giants, all kinds of fires.
It was a trip making here.
Oh, Jarv isn't here, so we don't have the gas giant.
We'll call his episode "Panic Liftoff." But speaking of fires, I very much enjoyed your Ida Udai interview.
Yeah.
But I get the advantage of talking to you right after a dope show. Like, and not just because I have to say it because we've been friends for a long time.
Right,
that was like,
yeah.
Heidi's like, "You're gonna be okay," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be fine." Like when you watch like Toy Story on a plane or something, you're like, "Keep it together."
Yeah, absolutely.
So, with that kind of lead in, I would want to get your feedback on Convergence and how you pulled it off. The gravitas of the big 25-year Convergence show, and feel free to join in on any of the. I'll keep it going on the feed here, but like it'll be on the left and the right. So I can make that.
I can't see shit. So.
All right. Well,
am I okay to? Slide?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Big fat dicks flying around. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Perfect.
We have Eli from Antonym is here. Science Fiction is in the room. All right.
Yeah.
Hello, friends.
Hey, it's me.
That is you.
Well, that was you from 10 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
light bends and shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, I look a little fucked up now.
Yeah.
That's totally. I look like shit right now, totally because of the space travel. Now because I drank too much last night.
Yeah. So convergence. Not to cut you off.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna stop talking about you.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
you're beautiful.
Okay. Thank you.
I need to talk about me now.
No, do it. I'm just checking out your socks. Please. Those are some dope ass socks.
Nice. Yeah, we're gonna have an hour of just like
Yes.
talking on a couch with all these questions.
That is what David Clark in the audience. Dan Platt from Panic Lift.
The real gas giant.
Last in line for a username. I love your username.
Okay.
Ray says that Fire Set is amazing, and that is an amazing segue. Back to
I had it was a scary set for me to do. I've been prepping for it for about 4 months, and it was definitely a really emotionally intense set. Obviously, this is the first time that I was able to kind of perform as myself and everything, and that was really, really intense. It's really hard to kind of put yourself into that position and allow yourself to be vulnerable like that. But I think that, the vulnerability thing it's just so important, right? You can't be an authentic version of who you are if you're not following these things all the way through. If you're not, making the music that kind of speaks to you the most. And fortunately, like this album has been, kind of about dysphoria and transition. The people that came together for the show, I just want to talk about them for a second because really, like, I could have gone up there and it would not have been nearly as much fun and nearly as real and nearly as good as what it would have been without those folks. Having Jar playing bass from Panic Lift, he did the first 2 tours with Fires,
right,
and then we did with Chris. So Jarv and Chris have kind of been there with me since the beginning. We played a show in Austin on tour back in September with Rich from Adoration Destroyed, who came in. Rich is the best fucking human on the planet.
If Rich is watching, I love you, Rich. You'll be the man this whole weekend. Yes.
Rich, be our friend forever. You're amazing. But he kind of came in and, he actually flew in from Texas to specifically do this
that
show.
is so great.
Yeah, like, it was so cool. It was very, very fun. And then, like, adding in Dutton from Crown of Pity, X-Gen Cab,
I know X-Gen Cab.
Right?
Like, that Aesthetic Perfection, I've heard of them.
David did a few, I don't know how long he was with them, but he was in for a while.
I know, I'm just being a shit, because I'm a huge fan. But no, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, in all-star lineup, Adoration Destroyed was just here with Lorelei Dreaming. I didn't get a chance to say what's up to him because it was like a Thursday, and I'm like, Heidi, I'm going to die. We have to go home. So, not for personal reasons, for many reasons, because he was great.
Yeah.
Just piggybacking on what you were saying, like, you put together an amazing live show.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of got, like, we're like the industrial D-list celebrity, like Crosby, Stills, where it's like,
well, can I, you are Earth, Wind, and Fire.
It's true. Oh, God!
Earth, Wind, and Fires, we're out! Thank you for watching Space Couch!
I think that's the first time I've heard someone make that joke.
I'm into it, though. Like, I'm going for it.
It was done here first.
It was always Fries or now,
Fries.
Fries, yeah.
Well, if one guy's like Earth, Wind, Fire, you can be Heart, and then, like, you can make Captain Planet, and just,
It's a Brian joke. That's what I said. I started labeling them when we did the show last week. I was like, this is a Brian joke.
Thank you for coming back, because that Mannequin episode, like, I still, like when you're just washing the dishes and you have, like, a happy moment, like, in your head. That Mannequin one turned out good, man.
They were talking about it. We could have had even a longer one, but now we're here.
Well,
making it happen.
The science fiction's my pun buddy Anthony in the chat room here.
Oh, is that the one who said Fries?
Yeah. Oh, David Clark wants to see Big Time Grill. It's the Fire's Big Time Kill.
Big Time Grill.
Can I ask? Now that you're in New Mexico and Panic lives all the way in New Jersey, how did you bring that together? Like, how did you rehearse?
Well,
we just didn't.
It's kind of,
well, no,
you
you
know,
brought rehearsal in that Ida Uda thing.
I mean, yeah, I think with one of those things, it's like we all, I know Jarv, I know Chris, I already know what they look like, I already know what they sound like on stage. That's 3/5 of the band right there, right? We've got that covered, and then it's just another 2 people that we kind of had to bring out on stage. Trusting and seeing Rich play with us before, it's like, all right, I'm just going to give you the shit, here it is, here's the list of things that I need, go do it, have fun. And then with Dutton, obviously, it's another thing, too, where it's like, I know that he's a good guitar player. We played with him back on tour. Are you having fun with that, babe?
Space Babe. Well, look at all that
Space
exhaust.
Babe.
You know, we gotta. It's here in the vacuum of space. It's
That's
fine.
what it is. I'm the exhaust of this room.
You just need the fedora, and it's good.
I'm just listening to you, enjoying your voice.
Space fedora.
Well, he parked his Honda Goldwing outside the ship. So.
Yeah. But yeah, so basically the way rehearsals worked was it was just like I gave everything to everybody and said, I trust you.
Right.
Fucking do it. And
well,
then, yeah.
Your trust was not misplaced because it was fantastic.
It felt amazing.
I'm going to bring it back to Fires in a second, but just with all this talk about rehearsal, you both pulled double duty with Panic Lift. Like, that's amazing. Not only, let's say, you, Adrian, are, there's this insane weight, if that's an okay word to use.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's all this shit going on. This is. I mean, even let's say financially, I'm pushing a new album. Let's not fuck the show up.
Right.
You have many things going on at home. Many things going on inside. Let's say, and that would be maybe 3 times as much as like anyone performer would deal with.
Right.
Double that. Now you're doing Panic Lift too. And so you're like, okay, I'm gonna memorize a new album's worth of songs, and like just for me, it'd be like, all right, okay, what rhymes with balls? All right, great, got it, and I'm done.
Right.
Pretty accurate.
And I'm gonna have my buddy Dave play the circuit bent Altoids tin.
Right.
And we're done.
Right.
Now you gotta do that and be like, okay, what's the bass line to Temptress? Let's not fuck that up.
Right.
You too, although you had to sit out.
Yeah, I dipped out. Yeah, no, like Ben was telling me, he's just kind of like, oh shit, I'm closing out the set. I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, it's just like, oh, okay, no pressure. I'm like, dude, how many times have you fucking played this?
You must feel, I'm guessing, pretty good now having knocked out 2 killer sets.
Well, I mean, we went on tour the last 2 times we did double duty too.
Right.
Right?
Oh, nice.
Like we actually did it right back to back. Like when we did it, so it was like we would get up. Jarv and Chris would be playing with Fires, and then I would get done, have about 10 seconds to breathe, get some nicotine into me, maybe a shot at the bar or something like that. And then turn around and we would do, 45 minutes to an hour with Panic Lift.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, we did that every night for, 20 shows last year?
Something like that,
18, 20 shows.
It was good, though, man. I think we pulled it off pretty well.
Yeah. This was almost a vacation compared to like what we've done in the past.
Jan says that you are ion powered. I don't know what that means.
Ion. Where do you see that? Where do you see all these?
On the bottom left of
you
the
can
TV.
read that?
Yeah. Well, you get cyber eyes put in.
I was gonna say I can't read any of that.
Space.
Yeah, no, I've got nothing.
I can see your fabulous
This is what I
shoes.
get for not bringing my glasses.
That's all right. I will let you know if anybody crazy nuts jumped in. That's why I have the Facebook feed there doesn't always catch the
it's this big blue thing.
Yeah, that's the.
I was looking at the space monitor. That's what I was looking at.
Yeah, that's us.
The space monitor.
This is this is Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook.
Word.
It doesn't catch everything, so we have Facebook on the right. I did an episode with Marco. And Velvet Acid Cries commented, and I missed it, and then it felt like an ass. So Paul Baxter from Bitman is here. What's up, Tiger Swat's very own.
Yes.
So, how have you found the Convergence audience?
Oh my God, this was like one of the best audiences that I've ever played
absolutely.
to. Like, it was absolutely wonderful. I mean, the past 2 years for Fires has been, as far as, conventions go, absolutely fucking phenomenal. We played that show together last year in Chicago at Cyberfest. Where we did that thing,
and
you
then
put on the mullet,
my mullet wig.
and then Hot Job stole your mullet wig. That's a thing that we can say
Wait,
that happened.
was Mike playing her how job?
That was.
First, like the drummer.
I don't.
No.
Mike Weimer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No, he was
Mike
playing for somebody who, no.
Mike Weimer was there. He was doing merch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I saw Mike recently with Assemblage at Dark
Nice.
Side. Yeah, I digress. I was just wondering.
It's all right. No, I signed him recently with BNB. So like, I mean, I don't think he ever stops working. Big ups to Mike Weimer. But I want to bring it back to this. We played this amazing festival in Chicago, and it's great.
Yeah.
Like
What was it called?
Cyberfest, and like Covenant's just backstage chilling, and you're like, "Hi, how are you?"
Those guys are so proper.
They really are.
They really are. They're
Yeah.
always like wearing like.
That's what you get. What you see is what you get. Like it does what it says on the tin. Like, they don't get into character like on stage.
No,
Like,
it's just they just walk off and say,
That's
hello,
them.
yes, we're Covenant.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going over here.
I opened for them on their tour last year.
Oh, nice.
States, yeah. And when I met them, they were like super nice, but just very proper. Like, hello, nice suits. Coming in.
Yeah.
They look like they own the place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we do Cyberfest, and then smash cut to Convergence, and
Right.
some things have changed. And
Yeah.
so now you're coming out, and you're like, this is me, and this is who I've always been, and now you're kind of just seeing it, and I've just been listening to the album today. I had it pre-ordered, but it's just on track. And that's a lot of what that is. I'm picking up, at least on the album. To say nothing of the sound of it, because the sound is this big transition, these big live drums, and there's a lot of guitar, and I love it. Like I've normally got like a little bit of a guitar allergy personally, and then like, I'm digging this album. What's going on here?
Nice.
And
we will be the introduction to
so it's this whole huge thing still under the banner of Fires, and what is that like to just that there's like this 3 seconds before you go on, right?
Yeah.
And what I'm picking up, the Convergence audience has been good for them.
Oh yeah, it was absolutely wonderful.
Like the feedback you've gotten from the people is amazing.
It's been wonderful.
Okay.
You know, and not just, you know, we talked about that little kind of. I had that little speech that I made.
So
you know,
good.
at the end
So
of
good.
everything. And like, that has been, you know, because once you get on stage, like after you've done, you know, 50, 7,500 shows, something like that, like it just becomes another show, right? You can overthink it all that you want to in the before. You can overthink it, you know, all that you want to in those moments before you get up on stage. Then you get up on stage and you're going, I just need to get everything that I need to get across. I need to enjoy the things that I need to enjoy, and I need to kind of make the things work that need to work. So you just, once you get into that moment, like, and I've always kind of felt that way, where it's like when I was up on stage, like I was able to be myself, right?
It's
I could
free.
be like, yeah, you can just, you can get to go up and have fun and be weird, you know?
Yes.
I remember the first time that I played with you, it was in Chicago, was it the ES?
It was an Electronic Saviors.
It was
thing,
ES3, right? I think Ego Likeness was the one that was headlining.
Yeah.
And they were, you know, you came up to me afterwards and you were like, you know, I always like kind of like scope out like who I'm playing with.
Yeah.
You were like, I always try to scope out the competition, as it were, you know? It's like normally you get done and you're like, yeah, I'm going to outplay this person. I'm going to outplay. And you're like, yeah, I have to go that much harder to do this. And it was like, and that kind of like, it was something that stuck in my brain, right? Like where it's like, I have to put myself in terms of, not in terms of a competitive nature, but in terms of like, I want to see who else is going to be on stage. And I want to be able to be like, I know that when we get on stage, we are going to be memorable because we're going to be fun. It's going to be intense. It's going to be these things. So
awesome.
Yeah.
That, I mean, memorable it was. I'll real shout out real quick to Scott from my Vardensphere and Mark from Voice Coil. What's up, guys?
Shit.
Hello. Yeah. Can't say enough about that set. Let's be professional for a second.
Sure.
New album, you can get that at firesngp.bandcamp.com.
Yes.
I assume available on iTunes, wherever you buy CDs.
Absolutely.
Do we have a
buy a
CD
physical CD. It's beautiful.
Do you even have a CD with you right now?
I have one back up in the back reaches
Of space?
Of space. Well, the singularity. Like we power our ships like Romulans with a contained singularity.
Oh, okay,
of course,
right.
Of course, you have to.
Right, yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, why would you?
Of course.
Yeah.
Like the Federation's great, but we run on Romulan technology, and I know that at least half the chat room got that very obscure reference because you nerds. It's great. I love it. A completely unbiased review. It's really really wonderful, and I would check it out. This is now day 3 of you in Boston. Have you been able to get out and about? Well, I mean, for you. I mean, you live here.
I'm around, but you got some good foods.
I did get good food. Yeah.
There's we did some things. I mean, I don't know where you ended up on Friday night, but it sounds like you had a good time.
I went.
You were around. I wasn't sure if you got to go out in the city or anything.
Oh no! I just went to go get ramen, and then I hung out and not ramen. I got dumplings.
Yeah.
I got dumplings, and then went back to my hotel room.
Yeah.
All right.
Living the hard rock life.
Pretty dope. Dumplings in a hotel room.
Yo, you know how these events are too. You know, it's like you're just like
you think that you're gonna do something, and then you get done, and you're just like, you know what? It's fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. I haven't gone anywhere. I've just done a set. I need to go home
5 times, and I've barely seen it.
Yeah,
it's so funny. Like a little segue. I was catching up with Mariah from Strangers. Shout out to them. They're so good.
Strangers.
I had half a mind to just be like, can we just have Mariah come to the Space Camp?
Yeah,
I know. We were all on a time crunch and everything too.
Yeah, I'm wildly happy we could pull this together.
Yeah, for sure.
That Strangers. I see. I know it's Strangers. I know it is. I keep saying
Strangers.
Like
Strangers.
It's just, but I've said it enough that it's locked in. Like in my dumb brain.
Yeah. But I was trying to say with the when I was talking to him, we were catching up. He was like, "You guys have to fucking party late as hell," and I was just like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "On Friday night, like Adria messaged me, and I thought it was going to be like around 1, but it was like 4 in the morning, and I was like." I'm not gonna go out.
Okay.
That was funny. It's just like
listen, and honestly, I just had a kid 3 months ago. I'm still getting better sleep here, staying out partying till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Than I am when I'm at home, waking up. So it's still.
Yeah,
I'm still getting my rest.
No, I feel I was balls deep in my pillow at that point.
Yeah,
I had to drive back and get the lady home. But yeah, no, it was just funny just seeing him, and I'm just kind of like, what was AJ doing on Friday night? You guys stayed up. Even last night too. Last night I just crashed a little earlier. But
last night you crashed a little bit earlier.
Yeah, it was earlier, but yeah, no, it was still good. I mean, I feel like overall, you had a good Boston stay.
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun here. I've being born and raised in the Northeast. Kind of coming back here, I saw my first industrial show ever at the Man Right, right down the street from here.
Really?
Seriously, it was A-Pop, B-Born, and Computer Girl. 2000 2001, 2002, something like that. So coming back here and getting to play this show at this festival, this time with a new album, during a transition, everything like that. It's been really cool. This is, I was prepping for the worst.
Right.
And you still have to be vigilant. You still have to, be scared or whatever. But also, I don't know. It's been the best of everything that I could have hoped to be.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Has being a new parent influenced you musically at all? Does that energy sort of seep in, or is that sort of different?
Well, the 5th track of the album is named Ever, and that's that's baby's name. So I mean, there's definitely a point of I do. I think that having a kid kind of shifts your perspective a little bit, and as a new parent, I could be very, very wrong about this. So I don't want to speak for every parent. I can only speak for myself with this. The new parent thing. When you start doing that, you kind of realize how really ephemeral and really in and out, and it's here and then it's gone. Everything that you do in music is, right? Because here's this thing that's going to help it, hopefully. I've got this thing, and 30 years, unless I'm like super lucky, the music isn't going to be right, you know. But in 30 years, I'm going to have a kid that's still going to like wake up in the morning and call me. And that's a really intense thing. Sorry,
No.
I don't know how to not bring the room
love
down.
it.
But
Bring it down. We will. I mean, we're out in space. We can only go down. We're just falling.
That's true. In space, there are no directions, though.
In space, there are no directions.
It's just space anarchy.
Space anarchy. I think you just might have named the new Gossicles album.
Yeah, you're I'm into it. Make it happen.
So
I want
that's
the
pretty
producer's
good.
credit.
Oh my
Pretty
god.
good.
Yeah,
That's actually pretty good. I like that. That's good. That's
So,
good.
see, I just did the Brian thing where I took a real moment and
No. Look, emotions are overrated. They're boring. Like, we're here to have fun. So sorry, I didn't mean to be like.
No, we don't have to do that. Like,
Just walk around and be.
One of my
sad for
favorite
an hour.
things from the ever on Space Couch was Johnny from Mannequin describing Boston as the quiet before a first snow. Like, I thought that was really poetic and
That's
wonderful.
like that's why he's the he writes the lyrics.
Okay.
He's the one that's why he's just so that's so moody.
It's great. Well, it's
So
great,
good.
and you of course bring the power to not only Mannequin but Fires. I was gonna get a fan here to blow on you.
Yeah, I know, right? Everyone's seen me what I look like as a normal person.
I know.
Yeah.
This
No,
is
like
the face that we, and it's still just gorgeous.
Thank you,
So,
thank you. The fan gets more compliments than I do.
That's true.
People come out with the fan.
It has its own fans.
Yeah, the
True.
fan. Brian joke. I need to get a fucking buzzer for that. Get a fucking buzzer.
That's good.
Brian joke.
Oh, I can give because we could probably rig that up in OBS Studio, where I could give the guest like a button. Oh,
hell yeah.
Why did that
man,
happen?
this is
Yes.
the
so many good ideas coming out of this
so many
podcast.
good ideas.
Yeah.
All right,
That's what we're here for.
Well, thank you for the idea of teleporting in from terra firma.
Of course.
I had only used spent billions of dollars from my stolen Russian satellite technology. To go back to Earth,
Yeah.
and I've never had a guest in the actual couch, but this is great. Excuse me, I had to swallow. So the what you have an album sort of in the clip coming out real soon, wherever fine CDs are sold, i.e. the internet. It's in physical copy, which I guess is even a decision these days. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to do it.
Or USB drives.
USB drives.
Yesterday, the funniest thing, and it's like I hope that Brian from Morris Black is watching this because I did not laugh this hard about this. He was selling T-shirts and 8 GB flash drives.
Yeah.
And they were like, and I was just like, you're selling 8 GB worth of music? That's like 8,000 songs. He's like, no, there's like
That's more songs than have ever been created.
There's like 8 songs, and then you can just add other stuff to it. And I was kind of like, well, I'm reading this as you have 8,000 songs.
I mean,
and it just kind of like
USB drive that comes with the Morris Black album.
No, I know, but it's like it's just printed 8 GB USB drive. I'm like, there's 8 GB of music. Yeah, it doesn't make sense because like, what the fuck else would you be selling? You know what I mean?
Right. They're like,
I would just not let it go. It was amazing.
It's 8 tracks and like a bootleg camcorder copy of Shazam.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, what else is in like the rest of the space there? Hope you're watching this. I want it.
Yes, and your set was also amazing.
Yeah, and his set was also awesome. Yeah, Brian's the man. Brian's cool. All the Brians. So many fucking Brians.
Brians. So many. Space Antichrist, Terra. Oh, Kansas City, Missouri in the house.
Kansas City, we played there last year.
We did. We played at
Riot Room.
The Riot Room.
Yeah.
Got some banging barbecue. I did not know this, but Kansas is literally a smoke pit.
Yeah,
like,
it's great.
You just walk out of the van and you're like, am I in like a barbecue like thing now? Like you just feel like you're in it. It's so good.
Oh, Torrent Vaccine is here. What's up, Brad? Hey, what's going on? What do you think might be next musically? Like, you're just gonna chill out for a second? Do you have like tracks already going?
So I mean, touring is always part of the plan, right? Like it's always something to do. Like this album is coming out, I need to be out on the road. So Fires will be out on the road with somebody at some point in this year. This is not the last that you've heard of us this year out in the world.
That's awesome.
As far as next album, like we're not stopping anytime soon.
Awesome.
I feel like this kind of sound that I've kind of pushed toward is a really, really interesting and kind of untapped vein inside of this scene. Kind
Very
of
true.
combining a lot of the punk elements and things like that that I kind of came up growing up with and everything.
Right.
But also taking all the elements of electronic music that I love and indie rock and all these other things to kind of make something else. Finding those things with this album has been really good. Pushing forward to the third album and kind of moving forward, I've actually kind of recruited some of the guys that are playing with me.
Nice.
And we're gonna actually work on a collaborative third album. So for the first time, I'll be writing beyond just me. Jarv sent that one demo.
Yeah, that was pretty solid.
Really fucking solid.
Yeah, I like that.
And it was only it was a minute and a half, 2 minutes where he was just like, here's this thing that I wrote that really works for it. And then going through it, I was like, this sounds great. I just need to push it out to Chris and everything so we can really just push these tracks together. And once we do that, we'll start. I'll be able to focus more on the actual lyric writing, songwriting, coming up with better hooks, coming up with catchier hooks, making those things. I still expect that I'll be doing a lot of the legwork just because it's my project, but also at the same time, having that little bit of backup, having those people to actually, to take care of a lot of that stuff is going to be wonderful. It's going to be really good.
I can't wait. Mike, I'm just so used to rolling out of bed. And let's crack open Cubase for 15 minutes before work.
Yeah.
Now I got to think of can a human being actually play this on the bass or whatever?
Oh, yeah. Because even with God, have you ever had more than? I know you typically have one other person on stage with you, but do you ever have somebody else? Have you ever had?
I've had Dan Clark from Strumkern and stuff like that has thrown in some legs, and it's all very post process. He's not coming over and laying it down.
Yeah.
Right.
And I just go you actually physically touch the instrument and then a sound comes out? Christian, what you do blows my mind. I'm we have to slow it down to 100 BPM and I'll pick it apart like a scientist with my music tweezers. Actually, there's that great line in Hackers where he picks up the printed piece of paper and goes, "Ew, hard copy." So I like you as a person, but then I have nothing but respect for actually being able to play something. So then running an album around that, I am really excited about it. It's a world I didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you just gotta keep pushing the envelope, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
I was talking with Ego Likeness on here, and they were kind of worried about the direction of their new album. And I'm like, well, you can't just go around thinking about what's gonna rhyme with bat 15 times.
Yeah, there's definitely a point where if you're not, I don't want to say if you're not trying to be vital, if you're staying comfortable with what you're doing, you're kind of you're doing yourself a disservice. You're not just doing the world a disservice by just kind of doing this, but you've got to keep kind of just moving that thing, whatever it is, forward towards and kind of making things better and more beautiful and all of that.
Still,
it's true.
Yeah,
still trying to get to that place with the dreams.
Yeah,
back in, right?
Right, yeah, that was good.
It felt forced to me, but it's only episode 13. I'm still getting.
Yeah, it's fine.
Wait, it's only been 13 episodes.
No, I want to. It's it got out of control, and I think we're creeping up on 20. For those of us joining us, we have Magnus from Twitch. It'll be Alpha Quadrant from Florida next week, and then I'm taking a break because I got a show in Canada, and then
you go to New Brunswick, huh?
Isoloscope, we're going to New Brunswick. I don't know what that is, but I'm definitely taking a prop plane.
Well, you're taking a plane there, right?
Yeah, but an Indiana Jones ass prop.
That's great. With me, I'm I'm terrible. I was like, this looks Canada's right there. It's nah, you're
it's pretty far.
Yeah, and my stupid head is just I could go ahead and play there over a weekend. And I'm I probably could, but it's gonna be drive. Because from here to Montreal, it's 5 hours.
Is it only?
Yeah. So,
I'm so Midwest.
Yeah, no, it's only 5 hours from Montreal. So in my mind, I'm it's not that bad because we, when we go on tour, we'll do 8-9 hour drives sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm when it's a normal weekend, you're 8 hours. You're fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's It's gonna be Let me know how that show goes. I'm interested to see how that goes. Yeah, but I was gonna say in regards to like the new album and everything, I really like where she's going with everything.
Nice.
As far as like all the instruments, it feels so much more organic. And I've been trying to go ahead and like play with some more bands that like bring those organic elements too.
That's awesome.
Just because like I've been playing for a lot of electronic bands here and there, and a lot of that stuff is just 4 on the floor or whatever, and like. Easily, this was the most challenging set that I had to learn over the past month.
Okay.
Well, endurance-wise, too. It's like endurance-wise, with like the showmanship and actually play more intricate things,
Yeah.
So, and I like that though because it's kind of like you kind of step outside of your bubble, what you're used to playing. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Burn some major calories up there, man.
Yeah, man. The same
and
shit.
You both too, like got it down. I had asked. Mannequin about if the spirit of Mannequin turned into a board game, what would it be? So like for you guys, like if the gestalt or like ghostly energy or whatever of fires turned into like a D&D campaign setting.
Oh God. Yeah, what would that be?
I feel like this is a hard question for all.
It starts at like level 1. There's like laser backgrounds and grids shooting everywhere.
Right.
And then as you advance, it slowly becomes a little bit more organic, like trees sort of growing out, like this weird you ever play Shadowrun?
Oh yeah.
You know how it's like the Matrix and the weird shaman world would like start colliding.
Right.
And then I feel like Jarv would be the warrior, right?
Jarv would definitely be the warrior.
Yeah.
I think Chris would be the bard.
Nice.
Yeah, you'd be the bard.
I have you as the assassin.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, you come in for the kill shot.
Absolutely. And I think Rich is kind of the dwarven paladin.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You just look at Rich and he's already looking magical as always.
Yeah, he's a little.
I don't know, he's got like this aura about him that I'm like, you're a good guy. Definitely.
And then Dutton, I mean, we've only played the one show with him so far, but multiple more.
Yeah, like Dutton's just like he's like a different breed of person.
Gandalf from New Jersey, like I don't know.
Philadelphia,
If it was I don't know.
That's a tough one for me, man.
I got him as the monk because he's got this like serenity about him.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's that. Yeah.
We played the set with him, and I haven't seen him since.
Yeah, he's somewhere.
Because he used that cloak of invisibility.
Right, exactly. Right. So now this makes this.
But he's got that like this.
Bigger full circle.
Yeah. What's up? Like this inner tranquility.
No, his demeanor is very chill. Yeah.
Just how critical hits.
Yeah, came out on stage, and I was like, because I told him, I was like, hey, listen, I just need you to get like a little bit weird with it, like have fun, learn your jump kicks, kind of do that thing, and he was like, yeah, okay, sure, I got it, and then we remember looking over at him as soon as the first chorus started, and I'm just watching him go fucking balls out, and I'm like, okay.
No, Dutton's definitely a guitar player, not so much of a keys guy. He's doing keys for Imperative Reaction.
Mm-hmm. I've seen
tonight. And he's going to be doing keys for Imperative Reaction tonight. And he, but when I hear him talk about guitar.
I'm sorry, I didn't even cut you off, but
Brian.
And Morris Black has just joined us.
Who's that?
Oh, thank you. We put your mask and a bunch of body paint and a dope album. And we put it with those things in a summoning circle. What else would you need to summon Brian? A really
well-groomed
hair, and just a sick beard line, and then
the essence of swoltness.
And then you were summoned. Yes,
and
Brian, you were summoned. Morris Black in the chat room. We have a star-studded audience. The well-timed flyers. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, right. All the beefs came out tonight.
Yeah.
Today.
I mean, you had to charter a spaceship and that puke rocket. What do they call it? The
puke rocket.
The puke rocket. That's what
you barf. That was called the Puke Rocket. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Puke Rocket tonight.
I'm good. That's all I needed to know. I think I peaked right there.
No, Puke Rocket. That's a single off of Space Anarchy.
Yep. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Space Couch out. It's not gonna get better.
For effect.
Oh man.
Right. 8 gigabytes is fine. I don't know why. That was the funniest shit I seen all day yesterday. I just couldn't let it go. That was so funny.
8 gigabyte is fine. That's the last.
It's like the stupidest thing to laugh about.
Yes.
That was just so dumb. I love it. Never gonna let it go.
Oh wow.
Could I talk to you about your approach to remixing? Because you picked out some great remixes.
Talk about that
on the recently for Eric and the Information Society.
Yeah.
So you get this like, here's a bunch of loops, go. Like, do you have an entry point usually?
I try to keep as far away from what the original song is as possible when I start remixing. Like, I want like clean vocals and a key, and that's it. I don't want to know shit about the rest of the song. I don't want to know anything else, because the second that I hear something in the song that I like is the second that I'm going to start losing the plot of the remix.
Interesting.
So I'll be like, okay, I want this and this. And if you're going to send me a full kit, like, please send me a full kit. But also, like, I'm going to try to look through the kit for, like, the one-off things.
Right.
The little pieces, like, oh, you made a drum loop, and then you threw it into, like, a distortion or something like that, so it no longer sounds just like a drum beat. It's this interesting thing, and then I want to turn that into kind of the linchpin of what the remix is. So with like the Deniers remix, or like I did a remix for Seeming recently, where I took the bridge of this song that Alex had written. Alex is a fucking brilliant songwriter.
Big ups to Alex.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, that man. Just beautiful music. But I took the bridge of the song, and I ended up replacing it in the song and turning it into like a pre-chorus for the song, in order to kind of give it all just like a different feel, a less progressive feel, a more, kind of standard pop tune. You know what I'm saying? So I always want to take those things and redefine what they are in context of the song itself, and how do they fit the new version of what this is, while still managing to hold on to it. The remix that I did for Jim Marcus and Go Fight.
Big ups to Jim.
Wait, didn't we stay with him in Chicago?
Yeah. The remix that I did for him, it was the same thing, where it was like I did a remix of Chemical, which is like this kind of like, I mean, it's Jim Marcus music, so it's like, really super sexy and very like, like this is hot, and he's like talking about like all this stuff, and like it's got a really good message in it and stuff like that, but like the remix for it, I wanted to make it like an 07 Ed banger jam.
I love it.
Make it sound like Boys Noise. Can I do this to it? Like, how can I swing this bass line in order to make it do these different things? And that's kind of where I approach the remixing.
That's awesome.
Kind of ethos, yeah.
Like, let's actually remix it and not just like shove it into a fire song. Like,
exactly.
Speaking of, I need to get that remix that you.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I sent it to you like a year ago.
No, okay. So apparently, okay. I asked her to do a remix for Mannequin, and she was like sick. She sent me a clip of it. I was like,
"This is the whole fucking remix."
No, I didn't realize that was. I don't know what it was, but I didn't realize I got a remix back.
Was it not 5.5 minutes long? Was that not long enough for you?
I have to. So all of you will hear this dope remix from Fires, and at some point, and I'm about to find it. And so that happened. So.
I'm just gonna. I'll find it. I'll send it to you.
I'm sure you have it somewhere. I want to listen to it.
Yeah, I've learned to never delete remixes I do for other people, because they get lost really easily for some reason. But what are you gonna do?
I guess it wasn't enough to send it to him.
You're looking at.
I printed out a list of talking
space.
points. A list of space. Excuse me, I needed it as well. You ingest a lot of space dust here. All space jokes. All space jokes. See, like, you figure out what you can't do, and you use that as a crutch, and you make that your band for 20 years. Is there anything people don't yet understand about fires?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell at this point.
Mhm.
You know, when you write an album that's as personal as this one is,
Mhm.
you know, when you spend so much time kind of poring over the ideas of identity and actually like talking about it in these very, very blunt and no, you know, you can't make bones about the lyrics.
Mhm.
This
Like,
is,
right,
This is an
this
album
is-
about transition.
You printed that big
Um,
line, like it's printed out.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
notes.
There's a lot of transition, I feel like, in this. Not only
Yeah.
like with you as a person, but I feel like with your music.
yeah.
So as far as like, I feel like maybe not like knowing everything there
Where
is.
we're going
Yeah, right
to.
now it's more like, hey, like this is a whole new chapter now.
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like I don't even know if it, like
Yeah,
what,
like, what the fuck are we doing next?
Yeah,
Like,
interesting.
We might just turn out and do like Radiohead covers for the rest of like.
Yeah, you
God,
know.
please don't let us do Radiohead covers for the rest of it.
We got to do the AFI cover.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
so fucking down for that. Yeah,
All
but I
right.
mean, so yeah, that's who knows?
Okay.
Who knows? We'll find out.
Awesome.
We'll see.
Awesome.
I don't know what the next
I'm
thing is for
excited.
Fires. Yeah,
Gonna be playing more punky stuff.
Very well.
That's what I like to play too.
You
So.
have Powerhouse drummer Christian in the house. How many?
Mhm.
Are you up to like triple digits? And
I have honestly, I lose. Sometimes I lose count because it'll be like a year or like a few months and nothing happens, and it'll be like, oh, you want to do a show? It's like, yeah.
all at the same
Yeah.
weekend, I imagine.
Yeah. Even like this is new band I'm playing with too. Actually, like in like 3 weeks. Shit, I gotta like go ahead and buffer up on the
Give a
set.
shout out for
What? Oh, okay. So
Hot Pink.
yeah, I'm playing for Hot Pink Satan at QXTs. We're playing with Strip Liquor, Morris Black, and Leather Strip. He knows better than I do.
I'm just a maniac, but
Are you gonna be there? Come.
we shall see.
It's tough because it's New Jersey.
It's
yeah.
well, it's QXC's is great.
I love playing there.
We opened for Childhood Heroes Green Jello recently.
Yeah, back in November, right?
That was crazy. That was the right. You were not wrong. It was Brian from Xenotype sometimes plays in the Godsicles and sent me an email which is like, do you want to open for Green Jello? Question one, they're still around, and when and yes.
yeah, absolutely. Why would you not want to?
If 2XT is wonderful. So
great.
check out Hot Pink Satan at
Yes.
what can you tell us about Hot Pink Satan?
They are very like aesthetics wise, they are very dirty. The music is very provocative.
Mm.
Thank you.
Very electronic. So that's kind of like right now some things that I'm trying to figure out because it's like, well, I'm not gonna be about playing a full acoustic kit, you know. So it's like I'm still figuring out some of those things out. But their music, again, very provocative, very.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
We'll check them out.
Yeah, no, it's really, really, really fun music, and like the performances that I've seen online so far too are super like, you know, what's the word? I don't know. Like Molly, she's great. She always she has like a really big like essence about her on stage too, you know. So come check it out, see for yourselves. It'll be fun.
Want to give a shout out to the chat room real quick with, of course, Morris Black, Magnus MKI was at that Green Jello show. That was nuts. And Chicago's own video game superstar, the old ass retro gamer, says he wants to throw it out that the Believe Music song that gets a ton of people play in his house.
Yeah, we didn't play that one. Yes,
I know. We didn't have. Yeah,
we didn't have enough time.
It's fucking weird having a second album. Like I've never had a second album before, so I've never had to be like, what do I do with the first album material? What do I cut? What do I keep? Like, yeah.
I mean, we're coming up on 5 or 6 or something, and you're never gonna not get. You guys didn't play the blah 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 song.
Yeah,
like, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry. I mean,
we cut a lot from the set from the new album.
It's like a festival.
Yeah, but I dig it. I mean, because even then we still had a pretty like lengthy set too, and I feel like what you set up was really good.
Yeah.
How is a lot of the people doing this convergence? It's their first one. Is that being?
This is my second one.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah, it's my second one. Yeah.
it seems like it's being run pretty well.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
yeah.
it is.
Oh yeah.
This
They're
year
doing
was,
wonderful.
I think that Jared did a really good job putting
Mhm.
everything together. Everybody, I mean, he looked stressed out the whole
Well,
time.
yeah,
But he's
yeah,
running
yeah,
the whole
yeah.
thing, going to. But
Jared
I mean,
and Tony and
yeah. Oh, also shout out to like Scott and Aiden. Aiden's
Yeah.
the production manager.
Yep.
Scott, the sound guy for Brighton.
Yes.
Stellar work.
Sounds great.
Fucking amazing.
They were
Yeah.
so great to work with. They were on top of their things. They were really easy to communicate.
Right.
They told you exactly what they needed you to do.
Yeah.
You know,
Big, like,
Sometimes a little bit.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
A little bit extra, but that's
exactly,
fine.
and that's fine, because sometimes we need that,
Yeah.
You have so many people you have to handle on stage. And
Yeah,
manage,
so having somebody be like, I need you to do here, do this, and everything.
Right.
It's like, yes.
Yeah, so very professional
Yeah.
atmosphere there.
Yeah.
Just
That's
like
why.
a festival where it's like,
Mhm.
we're gonna go 5 minutes over, and then this other guy goes 5 minutes over, and now Diary Dreams is a 10-minute set.
No. They
Yeah.
still Dire they did 2 encores.
They crushed.
Yeah.
They crushed it.
God damn, they're amazing.
Yeah,
live.
He went from a vampire into a werewolf. I wasn't like,
And I am here for it. Like, don't get me wrong.
He was
Like, I was just
amazing.
He was great.
Aged
He
backwards.
was so nice too.
I never
He was
met him.
so nice. Yeah, no, we showed up there on Saturday, and he was setting up. I had no idea who he is because I don't really listen to them. I haven't really heard of them. And they were like, "Oh, you played really well yesterday," and I'm just kind of like, "Thanks, dude." I'm like, because they needed some. They might have needed some of my gear.
Mhm.
I had no idea who. They're super nice. And then later I found out that he was a singer for the band. I was like, "Oh man, you're like phenomenal."
Yeah,
Yeah, he came upstairs after they were done with the first set, and you and I were just chill up in the green room.
Yeah.
And we were like, "You guys were great." He was like, "Are you guys joking?" I don't know.
I was like, what are you
joking?
fucking kidding me?
No, we're
Diary
not
of
fucking.
Dreams.
Yeah,
Like,
we're not fucking.
I love it.
Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think Brian was probably there too when we were talking. It's like, yeah, you guys killed it, and the guitar player's like, no, I thought it was alright.
how
they
are
were very
you?
humble. They were very humble. Really nice.
Even I was in the way back because Brighton's super long, right? And I was in the back, and it was still people would tend to talk a little bit more, obviously, further back to get from stage, and it was like. You ever go out to eat and the food gets there and the conversation stops? It's so good.
Yeah.
I'd be talking to people this guy's amazing.
Yeah,
they
were so good.
Hit every note, and that voice is just sitting there and hello. Oh my God, who are you? Let's
got a
talk.
great,
wow.
Almost didn't need the mic just by
he just projects. Yeah,
10-foot tall, hair down to
his hair game is on point.
Oh my God.
Yeah, definitely got that lichen hair going on.
He's like a hockey player that turned into a Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the last guy in that campaign.
Yeah. He's the fucking end boss.
Instead of fighting him, you just go out and get coffee and talk about music.
Yeah.
But tonight, our headliner is so many good bands tonight. Imperative Reaction featuring, I'm going to just say from Fires now.
That's fine.
Mr. David Dutton.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be great. If you thought he was great in Fires, A, you were right, and B, check him out tonight with, now I can say, Boston's own Helix, because Tom Shear just moved here.
Where
did he really?
Yeah.
Where? Really?
I know, right?
Okay.
No,
Where?
I don't know,
What you're trying to find his
Yeah, where's he live?
I want him.
Hey Tom,
Yeah.
Come to my house.
Right, I know he's.
I don't know him personally. I
He's
just know
working
he's
at, he's doing podcasts for Harvard, the most Tom Shear thing in the world, right? And then, so that's going to be awesome.
Nice.
Very much looking. Speaking of nicest guys in the world, Adversary and Antigen Ship.
Yes, I'm actually going to be doing a song with them.
You heard it here on Space Couch.
It's gonna happen.
I have to go to rehearsal soon. Okay,
Actually,
before that.
Yeah, right. Well, we have to run through
let
it
me
too.
know, Adria, because we are coming up on what I traditionally call it, time wise.
Yeah.
If anybody has any last minute things they want to get in for the illustrious Fires, let's do that. Let me look at my question list. I think we hit it all.
Did we hit it all?
Well, you get elements of I wanted to ask about.
Science.
I wanted to ask about just here's me, and I'm still me, but it's this different me, and are people going to accept this or not? But then obviously I think a lot of people in the audience personally, and there's may assuage a little bit of the fear, but there's still
Some
this
extent,
big.
yeah.
Here we go, and
Yeah.
maybe don't let me project, don't let me put words in your mouth, but like it was just so well executed, and I'm just gonna. I try not to fanboy out, but I'm gonna. Like it was just so good.
I was
Like
really happy.
it was bar none. Like I've seen, we've played together kind of a weird amount of times, and
Yeah.
like with like Sanctuary Festival. And,
Yeah.
that was the best player set I've
That
ever
was
seen,
so much fun.
and it was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, it was great.
Christian, you killed it as
Yeah.
always.
Thank you.
Everyone was wonderful. Like, thanks to Adoration Destroyed's Rich for coming out.
Yeah, Rich. I didn't
Yeah.
get to say goodbye to him because he had to leave like super early this morning.
I'm glad I got to run into
Back
you guys.
to
Yeah.
Texas. Yeah, we were just hanging out. Yeah, there was I think there was a point last night where we were all just having a good time, and then I saw Rich for a little while. He was about to help me with my stuff load out, and that's like the last time I saw him. But I know he's there now.
Off
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
there.
message him later and just say, or if he's seeing this right now, bye, Rich.
Boston will have its own wax track style dock in 10 years. Watch out. I love that.
Yes.
Hell yeah, let's make that happen.
Yes.
I think we can wrap her on up. Ladies and gentlemen, I forget where I hotkeyed the on my space couch controller. Either we'll go out properly, or I'll hit the life control system,
And we all die.
I'll just
Cut the oxygen
well, on
in
a
here.
high note, like I
Yeah,
got to
like
get a few
Space
fires,
Couch.
like space couch. I mean, you can't beat space. It's turning out well, but I mean, this is awesome. Thank you guys so much. Here
Thank
we
you
are.
for having us.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so this is the intro. We can talk over that if you have any final thoughts. Thanks to our wonderful chat room.
Yeah, thanks for a good amount of people
We
came
did our
out. Yeah.
first summoning. This is
Yeah,
the first time
yeah,
we had a
right.
proper summoning. So big ups to Morris Black.
Yeah.
Well, what do you
And
say the brigade?
the brigade.
The brigade. The
That is-
brigade.
see, that's a Brian joke too, because it's
That
Big
is
Brian.
totally a Brian
Oh
fucking
man,
joke.
that was
is totally a fucking
okay.
Brian joke.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Adios.
space.